Hello, oops, that was an earthquake. Hello, it's Lisa. I hope you're all very well. I wanted to go live and do a walkthrough of my journal. Now, I've been posting here on YouTube some 10-minute kind of pieces of working through this. And I thought today, since I've now gotten it done, that I will walk you through the journal itself. Or anyway, it's mostly done. So I don't have photos in it yet. I don't know what photos I'll put in it. But otherwise it's done. And sticking with the spirit of the 10 minutes, we'll start the timer and see if I can get through this in 10 minutes, which I'm pretty sure I can. Alright, so this is a planner size journal. You'll see I did lots of sewing. I sewed around the edges of a number of these. Put some fun little things on these little slidey tags. It helped make the book a little bit more stable too, for these little functional flips. And any of these I can put photos on the inside, photos on the outside, journaling, words. Once I figure out what photos I'm going to put in, then I probably do some more of that. Same thing here, I could just put photos on here. I could put mats with photos. I could put some paper and do journaling. Again, just depends on what I want to do. You can see the sewing really nice here. Here, get these ribbons out of the way. Here I actually took some ribbon and weaved it through. I just felt like the page, it was chevrons, I just felt like it needed some ribbon. And then again, stitching. This is kind of a tag shape. I put some of that metallic Renea paper on here. And then here's the back side. I put another piece on that side. Just this little flippy. I don't think I did much to that since you saw it last time. I also cut out some Renea paper in star shapes. One of my Elizabeth Craft Designs journal kits has these stars, so that was from that. And the Renea paper actually has stars on it. So it's in a star shape with little stars on it. And it says Born to be a Star. And putting, I think, a really cute photo right here is what I'm thinking. Again, I don't know what photos yet, but that's what I'm thinking. Here's some little ribbon that I put on the side. Looks good on both the back and the front. Again, sewed it up nice. This one sewed, and you saw the stencil and paste that I used for here if you went back and watched it. I have here, I put another piece of ribbon, and the graphic 45 paper has some pages that have these little stamps. So this is a little stamp, and then another foil star in a different color, and here's a pocket. So this, anything you could put in that little pocket. There's another pocket on this side. I used my stencils and that glitter paste on this side too. This is from the paper kit. Just a fun little tag to put in. And then I made this tag actually at an estate sale. I got a Hollywood magazine, and I see this little piece is coming off. A Hollywood magazine, and I cut up a lot of the photos for kind of my own homemade ephemera. Like I think Tim Holtz makes some of these kind of chipboard things, but I made my own little ephemera. This is another Stencil Girl stencil that I used just a piece of. It's actually a page with a variety of different patterns, and so I just used a piece of it on here with that Nouveau mousse. And this was like a pearlescent. There's also some little sparkly stickers on here. I put some little ribbon on the top and the bottom. This is a foil sticker here too. The back is blank. Put a picture, journal, or keep it blank, whatever. Here's one of these kind of tags that opens up. I put some little binding things. I sewed it. I did these stars live. And here I actually sewed some eyelash yarn right onto it with a zigzag, which I really like because it makes it pop out here. And when you open it, it looks really cool, I think. Here's a pocket page I made. This is not graphic 45 paper. This is just some generic paper I had, but it went well. I didn't want anything quite as wild for this pocket. Again, I could write on here. I could put a photo on here. Here were some of those graphic 45 stamps cut out of the big sheet. I put some stars I had. This is actually from the sheet too. There's some strips, and I cut all the strips out of one page, and that's on there, and then I sewed it. This pocket is an Elizabeth Craft Designs journal pocket, and I took a guest check and put it on just a piece of paper, and I have a punch that makes just the kind of the top of the tag. And then I put some, again, of that sparkly yarn, which I like, and a little pulley ribbon, and then some paper beads. I make paper beads periodically, and there's some paper beads on there that kind of go with the colors that I've had. And then this is also from the Graphic 45 paper. I put some corner things on so that as I slid this in and out, it wouldn't like completely bend up that corner too much. Right, and that's all sewed. This one I sewed just on the edge here, and again kept this open because I just thought it really just looks nice without anything even in it. I could put something in it, I'll have to figure it out, or just put something on the back, which maybe is what I'll rather do because I just love how this ended up when I cut it out. Here, this little card is from the Graphic 45 paper. This is another one of those things that I cut out of that old magazine. And this is a paper tag I made with some yarny, thready yarn, I guess, or thready yarn. Sewed around this, not with a zigzag stitch, with a straight stitch several times. And I have these little tiny star sequins, or star glitters, I guess they are. And I just put some dots of glue, kind of dumped it on, just like you would with any other glitter. But this is, of course, chunkier, and it's stars. Then I also sewed this other piece of kind of aqua colored eyelash yarn on there too, just to kind of pop out some of the aqua colors. And here in the back, this was something another cut that I had from the Elizabeth Craft Designs planner dies. This one is as well. This is a shorter wave pocket. You could always do a double stack to make it a 2, which I didn't, but you could. I like the way this pocket looks empty, but then I also took these postcards that are a sheet of paper in the kit that I cut out. Then I put some lined paper on the back so they'd be good for journaling, and sewed it all. I just sewed around all of them. And I don't know why, but I love sewing paper. I am terrible at sewing clothes, although I can sew a bag or a straight line if I need to, but I love sewing paper. My sewing machine has by far been used to sew more paper than anything else. In this pocket, I stitched on all along the edge too. It's hard to see on the black. This, I debated even keeping this in because it's pretty plain, but a photo would be fine right there. This, you saw me use some stencils on that. This is another tag shape. And this one, when I ran it through my die cutter, it didn't cut this middle part perfectly, so I just kind of wove around it. And then on this side, which is the plain side, I put a nice bow there. I thought that was pretty. Sewed the whole thing and did it after, so it kind of holds that in place. Here's on this is from Elizabeth Craft Designs too. These little tags I sewed around and put little tabbies on each of them. And also these little metallic strips there. This was fun. I put these little tabs on here. This is a short cut piece. I'll show you a different one to see. Here's some glitter tape. This is a bag. And I put just this postcard in, or this flash card in there because it matched, but there's still plenty of space. If I had a shorter envelope or something, I could put it in there. Here's another one of those tags. This one I think turned out a little bit nicer. I sewed this black eyelash trim. Actually, I didn't. I wove this. This had little holes on the edge, and I just kind of used those to kind of do a loopy stitch around with this eyelash trim, which I thought was cool. That looks really nice on this side, I think. Here's another one of these kind of big chevron arrows. Here's that aqua eyelash yarn again. I put a gold, kind of tarnished old gold button on there. Sewed the whole thing. Here's another one of these. This one I might be more tempted to put a photo in, or at least the bottom two. I did not sew that one, just so I could easily manage that. Here's an extra piece. This is actually the window from this. Just to do as a little tag. I could put a tab or yarn or something on there later. I didn't yet. I sewed some more of this eyelash trim all the way around the edge. You can see. Here's another one of these that opens. Again, I sewed this loopy kind of yarn around and sewed all around the edge too. Here's one of these tall, skinny ones. And I just sewed some gold ribbon on it. I just thought that was pretty. And cut the little V shape in there. I'm almost done. This is going to work out pretty good at the 10 minutes. So just the top and bottom here, because with these both sliding, I couldn't really sew that edge. And then this just opens. This is another thing from the magazine, some stickers, the stars. Here's some foil. I put just some ribbon up there, sewed around. Here were some more of those postage stamps from the kit. Some more of that eyelash yarn. You can see that mist that I used. It's kind of a brown, but glows like that aqua color when the light hits it. And then the back. And that was my 10 minutes. And that is my little planner journal. I'll likely put this away and at some point figure out what photos to put in there. So I hope you enjoyed it. I think it turned out pretty cool. And we'll talk to you again soon.